Right, so now I'm on to putting the head onto the chicken. So I've made a tiny little pinch pot, and then I'm just going to sit it where I think, so I'm going to have it kind of like looking downwards. So this will be his beak, and that's the back of his head. So I'm kind of just place it on there, and then I'm going to draw around it. And then I'm going to cross hatch where it's going to sit. I'm going to cross hatch on here too. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of slip around there. So that'll help it stick onto the head. Onto the body, sorry. So squish that down. And then get rid of the slip that's squirted out the outside. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to roll myself another little sausage to blend this in. So remember to try and keep your work area clear as well. It'll make you have a much neater pot and you'll have less tidying up to do. So probably about that. And I'm going to lie it around, so it looks like he's wearing a scarf. Blend it across, and the sausage is still quite soft, so I can blend it down again onto the body, and then up onto the top. So it's the same as what we did with the body, exactly the same. So we're just strengthening that join, and also if you don't put the sausage in, sometimes it just kind of like puts a dint all the way around your work, which sometimes would work and sometimes it doesn't, so it depends what you're making. But yeah, so I kind of like stuck that on, so it looks really rough, but that's fine because I can go around and blend it all in with my finger. So your finger's easier with this bit because my kidney is quite, well, it's not too big, but I could get in there actually. Just ignore what I'm saying. So you can blend it in like that if you want to. And then smooth it over with your finger. So I'm just going to quickly go around here. What I'm doing on most of the demos is just doing it really quickly, and not really spending as much time as I should do tidying it up and making it look nice and neat. But you have a ton of time to do that, so that's all good. So you can see my finger just kind of smooths it off, so I can't see that join anymore. And then I think I'm going to put a little dent in this bit for his neck. And then we'll get a tiny bit of clay for a beak. Literally just a tiny bit. I'm going to cut the end off so that's nice and flat, so I can now cross hatch this bit, and wherever it's going to sit on here, should probably be about there. Again, we'll get a little bit of slurry on. And just stick that on. And then squish it on. So make sure it's not still sliding around. And then you can fiddle on with it, make sure it looks like a chicken's beak. Get rid of the slip that's squirted out the outside. Actually, I quite like it on a little angle. You can get your brush in there as well and tidy that up if you want to, but that's kind of his beak on there. Yeah, a brush would make it nice and neat and tidy. What next? So eyes. So I'm just going to put a dint in there and a dint in that side, and then I'm actually going to go through with a needle tool and make sure that that's gone through, because if I don't, there's going to be air trapped in that head, and it may pop off when it gets fired. So that's kind of roughly its face. And then I want to make a hair for him. Set of hair. So roll of fattish sausage, a bit skinnier at one end. So I hold my hand on an angle like that and move it. Instead of holding it flat, I hold it like that. And then that makes it go narrower at one end. Then I'm just going to flatten it out with my finger. I'll bang that side down so it's nice and flat, so there's something to sit against. And then I'm going to make it go down to a point at that end. And this is purely up to you what you want to do for your design. Haven't really thought about this too much. But I would like to see pictures if you do make these things that I've been making and showing you how to do. That'd be really cool to see what you've been up to. So his head's going to go something like that. So I'll just make sure it's right in the middle. Looks roughly right. So you can leave it like that, or you can cut into it. So just with a needle tool. And then pop that on like that. And then you'll be able to tidy all these little bits up with a paintbrush, so he looks like that. That looks quite cool. He's a bit like a punk rock one, which I like. So again, cross hatching. Slip. Stick it on. And then again, you can do the same thing. You can kind of blend in the side, get all that slip off, make it look nice and tidy. So most of it you can do with your fingers, but you can get a little bit of water and a paintbrush and tidy it all up, which I won't do at the minute, but I will do it before the last video so you can see how it should look. So that's his hair on. I'm going to do a similar thing for the tail as well. So I'm literally going to roll a ball, roll a sausage, flatten it down, and then we'll cut some bits out of it. So it's kind of going to fan out like that, and then we can sit that on his back around about there. I might have it up actually and then fan it out. Yeah. So it's going to be like this bit that I stick on. So a cross hatch there, cross hatch on the back of him, where it's going to sit, and then slip, and squish it on. So squish it on. You can blend it in a little bit if you want to as well. And then I'm going to blend, just like push these out a little bit and shape them into whatever kind of shape you fancy. But that's his tail. You could also put little feet on if you want to do, that's all good. I think the only thing next to do is to mark with a cookie cutter where the hole's going to go on his front. So I'm going to put it roughly there. Sitting down a little bit more. And then cut out with your needle tool or with a knife or whatever you've got handy in the house. But you should have a needle tool in your pack if you bought one of the adult packs from it. And this is a little bit soggy at the minute, so I would have probably have waited a little bit longer to do it. But you can kind of see there's a hole in there now. So I'm gonna, it's a little bit thick there still because I've squashed it down. So I'm gonna thin it out. So thin it out a little bit, and then you can kind of work with this. You can smooth it over with your fingers and tidy it up. So I shall get that finished off and then show you how to make a spoon in the next one.